Hi, my name's Kelly Rooney and welcome to Namaste Thunder Bay. I'm going to guide you through a 25-minute yoga practice today, and we're going to focus on our core muscles. So important in building the core strength, something that I always need to push myself to do a little more, so I'll share my core practice with you. It's great for developing the core strength, can actually protect your lower back, actually your upper back too. We have a lot of tech neck in our society today, so anything you can do to keep that core firm and strong will help. Let's start off with a little warm-up. We'll start by bringing our arms down to our sides, nice tall spine. Inhale and reach your arms up overhead, look up to your hands. Exhale, bring them out to the sides, bringing them all the way down. Inhale the arms up overhead, look up to your hands. Exhale, bring the left hand down, plant it to the side and stretch through the fingertips all the way from the right hip up through the side of the body, along the arm to the end of the fingertips. Inhale, bringing both hands up overhead, look up to the hands. Exhale, bringing the right hand down and stretch to the right, feeling that stretch through the left side of the body. Inhale, both hands up overhead, interlace the fingers together and press the palms up toward the ceiling. While taking your gaze up toward the ceiling, bring your bottom lip up over your top lip. We do this wonderfully fun look because it helps to tighten the jawline. Release the fingertips and bring the arms down to the side. Place your hands on your knees, and as you inhale, reach back, arching the back, bringing the belly button into the spine, and then move to the left and circle the rib cage all the way around to the front and out to the back again. Really exploring that movement through the body, reaching back and pressing the chest forward and sinking back. Let's change direction. Really expand the chest, bring it in every direction, and then lean all the way back. Engage those core muscles and then bring it forward. One more full circle and come to neutral. We're going to come up onto the hands and the knees. You want your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. We're going to start off with a cat-cow breath. So breathe in and arch the back, look down to the belly button. Exhale, scoop the back out, bring the chest forward and the head up. Inhale up and exhale out. Inhale up and exhale out. Come to neutral. We're going to change things up and move in the other direction. So inhale, scooping the back out, bringing the chest forward and the head up. Exhale, pressing up to cat. Really feel the stretch between the shoulder blades. Inhale to cow and exhale to cat. Inhale to cow and exhale to cat. Checking in with your alignment, make sure the wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. We're going to ignite the core a little more by taking the left hand forward and extending the right heel back. Your neck, you want it to be relaxed and comfortable, so your gaze can be down at your mat. It can be straight ahead, but really think about what feels best for your neck. You also want to make sure that that left hip is tucked into the midline. Don't let it slip out to the side. Keep yourself high and firm. And of course, you're breathing and smiling. And lower down. We're going to extend the right hand out in front, the left heel back. Breathing. Feel that energy all the way from the fingertips through to the opposite heel. And lower down. Check in with your alignment. We'll take the left hand forward and the right heel back. Find your balance. Bring that left elbow to the right knee and extend. Left elbow, right knee, and extend. And again, and extend. Lower down. We'll do the same thing for the other side. Extend the right hand and the left heel. Bring the two together, the knee to the elbow, and extend. Together, extend, and together, extend, and lower down. We're going to curl the toes under at the back, and we're going to press the hips up and back for downward dog. You want to feel the tailbone lifting up toward the ceiling. Feel the heart sinking down toward the mat. Belly button in toward the spine. You can lower one heel down at a time to loosen the legs. And begin to walk the feet toward the hands. When you come toward your hands, you can bring hands up to either elbow. Use the weight of the torso to help pull you forward. You can swing or rock side to side. Lowering your hands down to the mat. If your hands don't meet all the way down to the mat with your legs straight, you can put a bend in the knee. We're going to be making sure that we've got our balance. Lift the left toes up, tap them to the wrist, place them down. Right foot up, tap the wrist, bring it down. You should feel your core igniting, and it's probably muscles in your core that you don't normally use. So try switching back and forth, lifting one foot at a time, tapping the toes to the wrist. If you're just watching and you're not trying, it might look easy, but give it a try. You'll find that all of a sudden your core is igniting. Come up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time, until you're standing on your mat, near the top of your mat with your arms at your side. We're going to do one session of sun salutation B so that we can fire everything up. Inhale and scoop your hips and your knees back into a chair that's slightly too far away. Your chest is high and up, your biceps are near the ears, palms are facing one another in chair pose. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale up to a flat back. And exhale, coming down to plank. In your plank, you can lower your knees down if you need to, or you can lower down slowly through chaturanga, keeping the elbows nice and close to the body. Relax the feet. Bring the chest and shoulders up for cobra. Press up and back to downward dog. Inhale your left foot up into the air, bring it forward and plant it close to your hands. Right toes turn out slightly, bring your torso up into warrior one. Your bent knee should be over top of your ankle at the front. Biceps are by the ears, palms are facing one another, warrior one. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming forward, plant the hands down, step the foot back to plank. Take a breath in and lower down slowly to the mat. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, pressing up and back to downward dog. Inhale your right foot up into the air. Bring it forward and plant it close to your hands. Left toes turn out slightly. Bringing your torso up, make sure the front knee is bent over the ankle. Arms are up overhead, biceps by the ears. Palms facing one another. Warrior one. Breath in. Exhale, coming forward, plant the hands down, step the foot back to plank. Lower down slowly through chaturanga. And inhale up for cobra. Exhale, coming up and back to downward dog. And you can hop or walk your feet toward your hands. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sinking your hips back into a chair that's slightly too far away. Chest comes up, biceps by the ears, palms facing one another for your chair pose, and then press the hands to heart center as you come to standing. Hands down at your sides. We're going to ease our way into a plank series. Really, now that everything's warmed up, we're going to work that core a bit more. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Halfway up to a flat back. And exhale, coming down to plank. We're going to stay in our plank for a moment. If this plank is a little too challenging for you, you can do knees down, or you can come onto your forearms for plank. Your choice. In your plank, we're going to take the left foot off the ground, left knee to left elbow and back. Left knee to right elbow and back. Left knee to nose and back. Right knee to elbow and back. Right knee to left elbow and back. Left knee to nose and back. Lower your knees down. Sink your hips back toward your heels for a moment of child's pose. We'll take 3 deep breaths in the child's pose. Feeling the hips sinking further back toward the heels. And bring yourself up into your tabletop. It's knees below hips, hands below the shoulders. We're going to do another plank series, and this time I invite you to bring your forearms down onto the mat, clasp your hands together so that your elbows are about shoulder width apart and your hands are together. Extend your legs out behind you. You want a nice low plank. You don't want the hips up in the air. You don't want the swayed back. So nice firm plank. And then lift the left foot. And lower. And then the right foot. And lower. Bring the knees down. Relax the body onto the mat. We're rolling onto our side. We're about to go into a side plank series. Side plank, you can take as challenging or as easy as you need to. You want to make sure you're protecting your body. So I'm going to offer you 3 different variations for your side plank. The first is to make sure that your elbow is underneath your shoulder. Your legs are extended and your left foot is on top of your right, and you can lift the hip up off the mat. Take the arm into the air and take your gaze up toward the ceiling. That's your option 1. If you want to make it a little bit easier, you can take the left foot in front of the right. Hip off and gaze up to the ceiling. Your last option would be to go into a full side plank, which means planting your hand underneath your shoulder. Same thing, you lift your hip off the mat, extend the hand up into the air, gaze up to the ceiling. So, taking a moment to figure out which is the right modification for you. Make sure your alignment is there. Take a deep breath in, lift the hip, and take the gaze up to the ceiling. And lower down slowly. You can roll to the other side. And just a quick reminder for your side plank, The three options that you want to think about is elbow beneath the shoulder, feet can be stacked one on top of another, or top leg in front, or up onto your hand, hand below the shoulder. Whichever you choose, once you're ready and your alignment is in place, take your hips up off the floor, hand up toward the ceiling, gaze up toward your palm. And lower down. You can come into a seated position. We're going to, well, there's so many options here. I'm going to take you through a series and I'm going to offer all the different modifications, and then if some of them are more too challenging, just avoid those ones and stick with the easier versions. And if the most challenging are not too challenging for you, then you can try all of them. So we're going to do a series of boat pose. So options for boat and things to think about. It's a great core workout, and there's many different levels. Let's start by making sure that the pelvis is tilted forward. You're on your sits bones. You feel a nice tall spine. You don't want a rounded back. So start with tilted pelvis, tall spine, feet firmly planted on the ground, bent knee. Take your arms out in front of you, palms facing one another, and then just slightly lean back with a straight back until you feel those abs engage. You might want to stay right here. This might be the right version of boat for you. If you would like to try a little more challenging, but not too, you can take your hands to the bottom of your thighs, just under your knees, and help to balance, bringing your feet up off the mat, holding your legs, still nice, strong, tall back. This is another version. If this is already too challenging, go back to the one before. You can put your feet down, release your hands. We'll try another version. So this time, not using your hands, lift your feet up off the mat, and they can just be floating, keeping that tall spine, chest open, abs engaged. Lower the feet down, place the hands on the knees, stretch the back nice and tall and long. We're going to try a few more variations. Then maybe we'll try running through all of them together. Tall, tall back. And palms facing one another. Lean back until you feel the abs engaged. If you want to try something more challenging, take the feet off the ground and extend the legs up. You want to make sure the back is not swaying out. You can hold that for as long as you want. You can come to a different variation. Listen to your body, what's right for you. And when you're ready, plant your feet down, bring your hands to your knees, stretch the back, tall and strong. Let's do the same thing, but run through those variations. If you found any of them too challenging, avoid the ones that didn't work for you. If they all worked for you, then you can try all of them. Starting off with our feet planted, nice tall spine, lean back, feel the abs engage. Take the hands underneath, balance. Chest is up high, back is straight. Release the legs. Extend up high. Maybe try opening up to the side and lowering down. Really feel those abs kick in. Maybe breathe in and bring it back up. And exhale, bring it down. Breathe in and exhale. Plant the feet down, hands to knees. Stretch the back nice and tall and long. Now, core workouts are not always something that people look forward to. So another fun way to enjoy boat is to actually roll through the back and land in boat, which takes a bit of practice. So if you cannot roll through your back, if that causes any pain in your body, this is not the right one for you. Feel free to try different versions of boat that we just explored. If it does feel good to rock through the body, just try rocking through the body, coming up to a seated position. And once that starts to feel natural and good, then you can try rocking up and landing in your boat. So again, you're moving through a rounded back, come to balance in boat, and then straighten the back. Again, roll back, land in boat, straighten and bring that back nice and tall and long. It's just a way of keeping it from getting boring. And if you haven't tried it, see how challenging it is to come up to standing. Now we can try that again. You roll through the back and, oh, didn't make it that time. Let's try again. A little harder and there. You can also, if you want to make that challenging and fun, you can rock through the back, roll up to standing and land in your chair position where your hips are back, knees are back, chest is up high, biceps are by the ears. Come down, roll through the back, come up to chair. So these are all just different ways of keeping your core workout from becoming something that you avoid doing because you don't enjoy it. Anyway, that's what works for me. I hope it works for you. We're going to want to take this down onto the mat a little. We've got the blood pumping, we've had the muscles working. Let's make sure that we have our feet planted on the mat with our hips toward our heels, enough room to lie back behind us. We'll take it down onto the mat. Take a deep breath in, really feel your belly expand as you breathe in, and then your chest. Exhale, letting it all out. Inhale, expanding the belly and then the chest, letting it all out. One more deep breath in and exhale. Take your arms out to a T at your sides and then inhale and bring knees up to your chest. As you exhale, bring knees down to the left side slowly. Take your gaze over toward your right hand, making sure that your right shoulder is engaged with the mat or the floor. Inhale, bring the knees up to center. And exhale, bring them down to the side. Left shoulder's engaged with the mat. Take the gaze off to the left hand. On your next inhale, bring the knees up to center. Wrap your arms around the knees and rock side to side. Might be a slight movement back and forth, or it might be all the way down on one side and all the way back. You're using the mat and the floor to help massage your back. And then in preparation for Shavasana, our final resting pose of our practice, we're going to use tension and release to prepare the body. So wrap your arms tightly around your knees, flex your feet, scrunch up every muscle in your face, make sure your head and shoulders is up off the mat. Take a deep breath in and tighten everything into a little ball. Hold it. And then exhale, extending the arms and the legs out to the sides, sinking into the body. Feel your body connecting with the floor, the mat, noticing how supported you are. Feel your body getting heavy, sinking into the mat. Feeling very heavy. So heavy that you couldn't lift your limbs up. Then feel yourself getting lighter. So light that you could lift right off the mat with a slight breeze. All this body awareness, light, light, light. And then come to lying on your mat, noticing your breath. Feeling the breath coming in and out of your nose. Feeling your belly and chest rising and falling with each breath. If your eyes are open, you might want to try closing them, bringing yourself away from visual distractions and just noticing your breath. Staying in your Shavasana. Your final resting pose is for you to completely relax your body and focus your mind. Your Shavasana is there for you. You want to take at least 10% of your practice time and spend it in Shavasana. If you do a 1-hour workout, keep 6 minutes for Shavasana. If you have a 90-minute practice, take those 9 minutes. Shavasana is your time. Relax the body and focus your mind on your breath. You can stay in your Shavasana. Continue to come back to your breath anytime your mind wanders away. Be kind and gentle in your thoughts to yourselves. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.